What's going on, everybody? It's our Mike, and today we are going to be taking a look at Google Allo. Now, before we even start this and go into this application, one thing I want to mention is this Google Allo application does store your text messages on Google's learning servers, or not so much learning servers, but their Duo has an update. We'll do that. It stores them for the Google Assistant to learn from. So this Google Allo application is a messaging app. It is not an SMS replacement. I had only one person I know of that has said they've been able to set it as an SMS default. I've tried it on my LG devices. I've tried it on Samsung devices. I've tried it on the new Note 7. I cannot get it set as a default SMS. The other trick with that is it does require a phone number to authenticate the application to your device. You can only use it on one device at a time. You can't have it across tablets, computers. It doesn't even work on tablets or computers. It is a application for your phone only that has an active number. It is also usable on iOS. That is it. Those are the two platforms that it will work on. But as I said, it does save your text messages and puts them on Google's Assistant learning, so it can learn from your messages. If you don't want your messages saved and read by Google, do not use the application, or you can use it in the incognito mode. So that is my disclaimer. If this does not interest you because of that, go on ahead and end the video here. I understand. For those of you that are interested in giving Google Allo a try or wanting to know about it, please continue listening. This video is going to be a little longer than my normal. This might be close to a 10-minute video just because I want to try to go over as much as I can without revealing too much of my own personal information and contacts. One thing about this that you can see from the screenshots, because that is what we will use to go over first, smart replies, like it says here, respond without typing in your style. As Google Allo reads your messages and learns what replies you like, it'll start offering smart replies down here in the bottom. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. So you can see these smart replies that are listed in this screenshot. These are replies that will pop up when you send pictures or somebody writes you a question. It will give you a smart answer instead. And that is via Allo using Google Assistant. Next up is Ink. Get creative with photos. Any photos you take, and whether it's a photo you've taken and then posted into the application via the application, or if it's a previous photo you took, say, a day before, and then you're going to send it to somebody, you can actually edit the photo and go over it with color, do a doodle, do a design, write what you want on it, and send it off. And that person will receive it as you made it. Another thing is Say It All with Perfect stickers. You have plenty of stickers, emojis. You have all your emojis that you normally have, but you have all kinds of stickers that you can download. There are even stickers, they're not on here, but there are stickers that you can use that have a play button next to them. Those are like live stickers, kind of like a GIF in a way, but of that sticker, of the creation, whether it's like this sloth here drinking coffee. So when somebody receives that, you'll see his head bob down in and he starts sipping away. There's all kinds that are like that, so keep an eye out for those. You can still do emojis. You can use your stickers. It is basically a glorified version of iMessage plus stickers that you can choose like you would get in Facebook Messenger. And then Shout, or as it says here in the small print, Whisper, which you could probably barely see. Let's see if I can get that close enough for you to see. Or Whisper, be heard with big letters or tiny text. So that is one thing you can do, is when you write out a sentence, whether you're typing it out, swiping it out, if you push and hold the send button, slide up or down. Down will be to shrink it. You slide up, that will be to enlarge it. And we will go over that in person. I'll text my wife and we'll see what she's up to. So those are, and then Google Assistant. So for Google Assistant, like it says here, meet your personal Google Assistant. What that is you can talk to a person in a conversation that you got going. So like they say, Debbie here is who you're talking to. And say Debbie mentions something like, are you hungry? And you say, yes, let's get food. Google Assistant will pop up and tell you, hey, here's restaurants nearby. That's because Google servers that Google Assistant is on is reading your conversations. So like I said, if you don't mind that and you are somebody that uses Google a lot, whether you let Google read your emails and help you schedule appointments, take care of reminders, all that stuff, using Google Assistant isn't going to be too much more of a bad thing. Just use it wisely. Don't do anything on this application that you shouldn't do, anything illegal that the Google will read. They will hang on to that stuff, but if you were to get in trouble with the law and then a court orders Google to turn over any information that they have on you, any of these messages that you had created via using Allo or something that allows these messages to be backed up could be used against you. So keep that in mind. That is where you would want to use incognito mode if you want to do something like that. You don't want anything kept. You want encryption, all that good stuff. That is actually our next subject we'll go over. So you can either have Google Assistant show up in these conversations that you got going on with other people, and those people will see these same results that you get from your Google Assistant as well. And that way you guys can choose together. You're all on the same page as of what you're seeing. And then if you go into incognito mode, go incognito when you need to. Go incognito, it's just kept secure with encryption, expiring chats, and private notifications. So with that, when you are incognito mode, Google Assistant is not available. You will not be able to summon Google to help you out with the location of something or finding a restaurant, any of that stuff. You are doing a chat between you, point A, to whoever is on point B. Anything that is said within that conversation is encrypted, and you can even have these messages set to self-destruct, to where after anywhere from 1 minute up to a couple hours, these messages would delete. Nobody would see them. They would not be available for people to trace back to you, and they do not get stored and saved. So that is about it on that part. When it comes to this messaging app, like I said, it is not an SMS replacement. You can send SMS text messages from it, but we're going into my actual conversation. I don't have any phone numbers listed here. I just have names of people that have seen these. If you do write somebody that does not have Allo on, they will get a text message, but it will be a text message that is in like 5 digits. It doesn't have your full phone number on it. One thing I've noticed with Allo right away and some of the newer Android applications, you can see here everything is white in your notification bar because they are using a white background. So same thing with, say you're using the Pixel launcher. When you slide up to open applications, your notification bar goes white because of the trend, the background that everything is laid on top of is white. So I might have a package showing up. Nope, false alarm. Please excuse the dogs that you hear in the background, possibly. So people, you can see here that I have written, I should say. Whenever a text message is received, you will get a single check mark. Whenever they have read it, you'll get a double check mark. So you can see these two down here are double check marks. And you can see I have had a conversation with Google Assistant back on Wednesday. So we will look at settings, and I'm going to double check to make sure there's nothing I can reveal to you. So under our settings, if you pull out your side panel, you will see profile, blocked contacts, settings, and help and feedback. So if we go under the settings section, you will see message sounder, your notification, which I have both those turned on, notification sounder that you can set how you want, your vibrate, and then always download media, and then below that would be your phone number, and then your Gmail account that this is connected to. Under your blocked contacts are people that you may have decided to go on ahead and block, so you don't want any notifications from those people through Allo. You don't want to get any pictures, messages, video clips, even audio clips that you can do on this as well, just like you can on Facebook Messenger. And then we'll go back. So the last thing underneath our settings is the help and feedback. If you tap on that, it'll open up the help section. Most popular questions. A question in the Google Allo help form, what you can ask Google Assistant, setting up Allo, sending message or inviting people to Google Allo, chat in private, incognito mode, browse all articles, and then you can send feedback as well. So inside the messages, we will go on ahead and rate my wife. Her text messages, like your whole conversation is on here. So anything you guys have talked about is here. You can erase it all, start fresh if you want, have nothing here. So say, we're not going to bother doing that because I don't need her phone number popping up. But if you want to add things such as photos, audio clips, any of that, you'll hit the plus button. You can see photos pop up down here at the bottom. You can possibly make out, we'll see if my camera can focus on this, maybe not. We'll have keyboard, goes right back to our keyboard. And then if we do, next one over here is photos. So if we want to take an actual live photo, that would be your viewfinder. You have the ability to switch to video, to record a video, and change from your rear-facing camera to your front-facing camera, or go full screen. Your next option, like I said, is photos. Then you get into your stickers, and from there is location, which I'm not going to bother pressing because I don't need everybody knowing where I'm at when I record these. So when it comes to stickers, you can see here I have this bowl one that has the play button next to it, and that is for anything that would move and make noises, or not noises, but would make expressions. So we'll hit the rock one here, as you can see. So that is sent and received, and when she sees it, we will see a double check mark pop up, which might actually happen. Let's see if we can get that to focus again. And I see still a single check mark, no double yet, so she has not looked at it, but it has been received. Other ones there are, and then if you want to add more, you hit that plus, that add symbol of stickers, and you can choose all kinds of things. And like I said, all the ones that have the play button next to them are ones that are motion stickers. These are all images that have been done by certain artists that Google had handpicked to add into this application. I'm sure there will be plenty more coming. And then, so say we want to go back to the keyboard and say we want to write something. We will say, how was Rosie? We'll put Rosie in capital letters. Today. And then, like we said, if we want to make this big, push and hold on the send, make it big, or if we want to make it small. So we'll make it big. And that sends. Once you let off that send button, it is sent. And my wife should see it here in a minute. I'm hoping she does because I wanted to reply back. Because that is what we're waiting for. Because then I can show you what your options are on your Android Wear. So, no, she's not seen them yet. She has them, they have been received to her device, but she has not wrote back. So your other options are go into your emojis if you want, or you can go to audio, which, like it says, touch and hold to record a message. So that would be if we wanted to do an audio message instead of texting or emojis or stickers. So we will go back. And for Google Assistant, if you were to tap on that, these are questions that I have asked Google already. And then you can see here, it told me what the weather would be like in Colorado Springs. This was back on Wednesday. What about this weekend? What about tomorrow? And then if you had other options to choose from here, send me daily. So when you do that, if you were to tap on send me daily, it will send you messages at a certain time every day, letting you know what the weather is going to be. So it's automated. So while I had this video paused, go check to see if UPS had come by. My wife actually wrote back, and when you pull down on your notification tray, you can see you already have a couple quick replies listed right here for you to just send right away. And then these same quick replies actually pop up on your Android Wear. So you can use Allo on your Android Wear device as well. So you can see my wife there, and then she says she was very good. Sorry that you guys can't see that too well. I cannot get the camera to focus on it. So if we scroll over, you can see good, or we can say great, or we can open the application. You do not have the ability, you notice here, we don't have the option to voice detect, to use our voice to create a new message. We can only choose from these two preconceived messages already. So we'll say great, and that will turn around and send that message, and we will see that Allo has disappeared from my notification bar, showing that I have a new message. So those are basically your options when it comes to Android Wear. And then if you use your Android Wear and you want to open up Allo from here, we will go into the drawer. You are not going to see Allo listed. Being that this is not an SMS integrated application, it is not going to show up on your Android Wear device. You can see we're down in the P section, and Allo starts with an A. It should be up here at the top, and it is not present. So, like I said, though, you can view the message or view the... My life be like... Okay, so sorry about that. I was trying to take care of a phone call really quick. Being that I have this phone up and running, my V10 is using Google Allo. I'm getting all my messages and phone calls, of course, from people trying to get a hold of me for things. So, sorry about that. Me having to cut these clips here and there. But yes, as you can see here, you can set up, if you start an actual conversation just with Google Assistant, you can actually set up certain things. So like I asked back on Wednesday what the weather was going to be, we can say, okay, what about this weekend? That is a suggestion via Allo. What about tomorrow? Send me daily. So sending me daily, it will automatically, you can set up the time you want, just like setting up a Google Now reminder and using Google Now to set up reminders for when you need to take the trash out once a week, or when you need to go by the store to get this. Google Allo or Google Allo's Google Assistant will do the same thing. You can still have it send you this reminder at a certain time every day. Maybe if you get up at 8 o'clock and then you turn your phone on at 8:01, this will be the first thing that it sends to you in a Allo message saying, hey, here's what the weather is going to be today. Always use Celsius, always use Fahrenheit. And then if Google has if they are suggesting the right things and you think Assistant is helpful, you have your thumbs up or thumbs down arrow or finger as feedback to whether or not you think this needs improvement, you enjoyed it, or you disliked it. So your like or dislike buttons, I should say. So like I said, this is just a single chat with the Google Assistant bot between myself and Google itself. But like I mentioned earlier, you can always mention things in your chats, and between you and that other person will see it. So another person I talked with that you have all seen before is my good friend Mike Hoffman, and he is on iOS. So as you can see here, I sent this to him originally, chatting with Mike Hoffman via SMS for free. So when he saw this, I said, hey Mike, you could see it was sent to him, but it was not shown as received. And he read the message, or he saw that I said, hey Mike, and then with the Google Play link, which obviously him being on iOS, that Google Play link might not work for him. So he ended up hitting back on actual Facebook Messenger. And then when I explained to him what it was, he's like, okay, cool, I'll go ahead and download it. So you can see here, it says Mike Hoffman is now chatting on Allo. And then I wrote back, hell yeah, did the same thing to him. You can see we got the double check boxes, so he had read it and seen it, and his response is in a purple coloration. So same thing with pretty much any conversation you do. When setting this up, it'll ask you to verify your phone number. You're going to get a verification code via text message that will sync with Allo, and then they'll show that you are verified. From there, you can add in a photo, and you're pretty much good to go. So this version of Allo is 1.0, so it is not usable as an SMS replacement yet. Even though I did show you earlier, you can send an SMS message, but it's only in a 5-digit number going to whoever receives it, and then they get spammed with information about how to get on Allo, to join it via the Play Store, or if you're sending this via an iOS device to another iOS device, how to get on it through the Apple's App Store. So, like I said, being that this is version 1.0, as you can see, 1.0.006 RC18. There is more coming down the line. I've heard from many different Android websites, other reports, other podcasts. The information's out there that Allo will get bigger and better, and more will be integrated into it. So possibly SMS in the future, but then that makes people wonder, is Allo going to be worth it going with and getting rid of Hangouts? Because that is an issue. A lot of people got onto Google Hangouts originally for their SMS, MMS, stickers, all that stuff. And Hangouts is an application that can be used across iOS and Android, and it can be used on Windows. It can be used on tablets. Allo is kind of a niche application right now, where it is only usable if you are doing it via your smartphone. So thank you for sticking through this video. I know this is a very long one for being a review or an in-depth look at Allo, a messaging application, but I wanted to make a good one that had a lot of information in it for you guys. I know a lot of it's kind of plain and boring, but I hope you all enjoyed it. Please hit that like button if you like the video. Subscribe if you are new. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is on my main page of my YouTube channel. It is SL1Mike on Twitter. So I will see you all in the next video. I do have some upcoming videos to do on the Note 7, and I will talk to you all on those ones. Have a good night.